Cells are the smallest living units of an organism. All cells have three things in common, no matter what type of cell they are. All cells have a cell membrane, which separates the inside of the cell from its environment, cytoplasm, which is a jelly-like fluid, and DNA, which is the cell's genetic material. There are two broad categories of cells. The first category is eukaryotic cells. They have organelles, which include the nucleus and other special parts. Eukaryotic cells are more advanced, complex cells, such as those found in plants and animals. The second category is prokaryotic cells. They don't have a nucleus or membrane-enclosed organelles. They do have genetic material, but it's not contained within a nucleus. Prokaryotic cells are always one-celled or unicellular organisms, such as bacteria. So, what are organelles? Organelle means little organ. Organelles are the specialized parts of a cell that have unique jobs to perform. Let's start with the nucleus, the control center of the cell. The nucleus contains DNA, or genetic material. DNA dictates what the cell is going to do and how it's going to do it. Chromatin is the tangled, spread-out form of DNA found inside the nuclear membrane. When a cell is ready to divide, DNA condenses into structures known as chromosomes. The nucleus also contains a nucleolus, which is a structure where ribosomes are made. After ribosomes leave the nucleus, they will have the important job of synthesizing or making proteins. Outside the nucleus, the ribosomes and the rest of the organelles float around in cytoplasm, which is the jelly-like substance. Ribosomes may wander freely within the cytoplasm or attach to the endoplasmic reticulum, sometimes abbreviated as ER. There are two types of ER. Rough ER has ribosomes attached to it, and smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes attached to it.
Here, at the 37th second of the video, we can visually see the size difference between eukaryotic cell and a prokaryotic cell. So to be exact, a prokaryotic cell has an average size of 0.1 to 5 micrometer, while the eukaryotic cell has an average size of 10 to 100 micrometer. So here at the 1 minute and 17 second of the video, we can see that it only stated bacteria, but it's not just bacteria. We also have another type of prokaryotic cell, which is the archaea. And so archaea and bacteria are generally similar in size and shape, although a few of them have a different shape, such as a flat and square cells of Haloquadratum wolfsbayi, which looks like this.
The endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane-enclosed passageway for transporting materials, such as the proteins synthesized by ribosomes. Proteins and other materials emerge from the endoplasmic reticulum in small vesicles, where the Golgi apparatus, sometimes called the Golgi body, receives them. As proteins move through the Golgi body, they're customized into forms that the cell can use. The Golgi body does this by folding the proteins into usable shapes, or adding other materials onto them, such as lipids or carbohydrates. Vacuoles are sac-like structures that store different materials. Here, in this plant cell, the central vacuole stores water. Going back to the animal cell, you will see an organelle called a lysosome. Lysosomes are the garbage collectors that take in damaged or worn-out cell parts. They are filled with enzymes that break down this cellular debris. The mitochondrion is an organelle that is the powerhouse for both animal and plant cells. During a process called cellular respiration, the mitochondria make ATP molecules that provide the energy for all of the cell's activities. Cells that need more energy have more mitochondria. Meanwhile, the cell maintains its shape through a cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton includes the thread-like microfilaments, which are made of protein, and microtubules, which are thin, hollow tubes.
The video said that endoplasmic reticulum is a membrane enclosed passageway for transporting materials, such as protein synthesized by ribosomes. However, endoplasmic reticulum is also a continuous membrane system that forms a series of latent sacs within the cytoplasms of eukaryotic cells. As you can see also in the 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the video, they mentioned cytoskeleton. The cytoskeleton is a complex, dynamic network that is present in the cytoplasms of all cells, including bacteria and archaea.
Some organisms, such as plants, that are photoautotrophic, meaning they capture sunlight for energy, have cells with an organelle called a chloroplast. The chloroplast is where photosynthesis happens. It's green because it has a green pigment called chlorophyll. Plant cells also have a cell wall outside of their cell membranes that shape, support, and protect the plant cell. Animal cells never have a cell wall. There are many other unique structures that only some cells have. Here are just a few. In humans, for example, the respiratory tract is lined with cells that have cilia. These are microscopic hair-like projections that can move in waves. This feature helps trap inhaled particles in the air and expels them when you cough. Another unique feature in some cells is flagella. Some bacteria have flagella. A flagellum is like a little tail that can help a cell move or propel itself. The only human cell that has a flagellum is a sperm cell. In summary, remember, eukaryotic cells are plant and animal cells with a nucleus and membrane-enclosed organelles, while prokaryotic cells are unicellular organisms without these things. All cells have a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and genetic material. And even though only plant cells have chloroplasts, both plant and animal cells have mitochondria.
Today, in addition to the video that being reacted by my group mates, I will also give my reaction to the video that we have seen already. In 5 minutes and 28 seconds, the video talk about chlorophyll. But before that, they mentioned about chloroplast, which is photosynthesis takes place. And the reason why it's color green because of the green pigment called chlorophyll. And I will add information about what is the function of chlorophyll or what is the job of chlorophyll in the plant cell. And based on my research, according to National Geographic, the chlorophyll's jobs is to absorb light, usually from sunlight. The energy absorbed from light is to transferred into two kinds of energy storing molecules. The photosynthesis, the plant uses the stored energy to convert carbon dioxide absorbed from the air and water into glucose type of sugar. The plant uses glucose together with nutrients taken from the soil to make new leaves or to make other plants. The process of photosynthesis produces oxygen, which is released by plants into the air. And National Geographic also mentioned that the chlorophyll gives plants their color green is because it does not absorb the green wavelengths of the white light. That particular light of wavelength is reflected from the plant, so that's why it appears green. Last part of the video also, they mentioned about the other unique structure of cell, which is they give an example, especially in a human cell, the flagella or the flagellum, which can be found or which can be seen in a human sperm cell. But there's a lot of kind of unique structures of cell, especially in a plant cell or animal cell. According to my research also, that the plant cells have a cell wall, chloroplast, and other specialized plastids in a large central vacuole that the animal cell doesn't have. So that's it for my reaction to the video.